Hello friends, so in this video I will help you with how you should go about answering this question, that is where you see yourself in the next 5 years and how do you ace this question. So in this video I will talk about 1. Why is the interviewer asking this question? 2. What are some other variations of the same question? 3. What are the tips that you should make use of in answering this question? And then I will talk about what are some examples that you can make use of that I can share in this video for answering this particular question. And lastly, I will talk about how you should not be responding to this question. Starting with why the interviewer is asking this question, essentially they are trying to ask you as to what are your career goals. And the reason they want to know about your career goals is, number 1, they want to understand that would you be the right fit for the role or the company? Like when you come and join the company or the role, would you feel motivated? Would you feel energized? Is this really what you want and what you're looking for? Or otherwise you'll just come in the role, feel demotivated and either not perform at your best or just leave altogether. And second, they want to understand if you have self-awareness about yourself in terms of where do you stand today, where do you want to go, and how will you reach there. That is, they want to understand whether the individual, him or herself, understands as to where they are in their career journey and what is required for them to be successful. Now, coming to the variation of this question, where do you see yourself in 5 years, could be what are your career goals, what are your short-term goals, what are your long-term goals, what is success for you in this role, or what are you looking for by applying in this job or in this role. Now, essentially I have 4 tips that you should be making use of in order to prepare for this question and then answer. Number 1 is to ask yourself this question out of all honesty. So you may know as to what do you want out of life and out of your work and out of your professional career. It is very important for you to have that reflection and realization before you can go and explain it to someone else. Now, it may be the case that whatever you decide for yourself is not what you want to share in that interview. That is fine. However, it is first and foremost important for you to have that understanding before you can formulate an answer for anyone else. Because you may need to use some of that which you've defined for yourself to answer the question that they would be asking, just because you want to make sure that you go in the company or in a role which really you want for long term and not just go in and come out. You also want to make sure that when you get the job, you're motivated, you're happy, versus taking a job, realizing it's not what you wanted, and then not feeling your best and maybe not performing your best and eventually either getting fired or just lingering on there and not growing at all. So it is important for you to understand what is that you want from your life, from your professional career for that matter. And that is where you can use part of your self-reflection to answer the question as to where you see yourself in 5 years. Second, with your answer, you need to show that you're interested in the job and in the company. Again, the interviewer wants to understand if you will be motivated and satisfied once you join the role and the company, and hence eventually perform your best and grow. For this, you may need to research on the company a bit in terms of what is their career path, what are the training and development plans, what are the projects that they are working on, and what are their values and objectives and principles. This way, you can bring in some of the elements that you've learned about the company in your answer, so you can kind of give a proof and substantiate that whatever you are claiming is also what you know or what you understand that the company and the role is able to provide you, and hence you see it as a good marriage and a win-win. Now, third and the most important one, and especially it becomes more important if your research did not produce anything on the company itself, that is to focus on the skills. That is emphasizing the competencies that you hope to learn and improve upon. For example, even if your aspiration is to move to the next level after you've joined this role, let's say you are being hired at a manager level and you want to move to senior manager level in next 5 years, you should not say that I want to move to the senior manager level. However, you should say all those competencies and learnings that are required for you to be ready for that role. So for instance, if you are joining as a search marketing manager, then you should talk about how you would want to learn more about the search, the display, how you want to expand your horizon of doing search on different customers, which is Walmart, Amazon, let's say Target, and so on and so forth, and have a complete knowledge of search and display for all these key customers. Additionally, you would also want to learn how to manage people and have some kind of a project or an assignment where you can manage people and help them coach and mentor and develop them. Again, these are the things that you want to say because you know that for a senior manager, you need to have people management, you have to have all those key customers, you need to know display, you need to know search, and only once you know all of this, you will get promoted to search manager or the senior manager. And hence, you don't need to claim that I want to become the senior manager. All you need to say is that I want to learn and get myself acquainted or have knowledge of all these areas, which technically and essentially will get you there. But don't claim you want that role, rather claim that you want all those learnings. So focus more on skill than the title itself. So another way you can articulate this, where you want to get to a role where you have people management and you have a senior role after getting this job, what you can claim or what you can say is, I have enjoyed managing a direct report in my current role. So in the next few years, I see myself enhancing my leadership and management skills, developing myself as a mentor and supervisor, and putting myself in a position where I can lead a team. So what did I do here? I didn't ask for a promotion, that in 5 years I need a promotion. Rather, what I said is I need all those tools and skills for myself, which will essentially make me ready for that promotion. But I'm not asking for that promotion, and hence focus on skills only. Next is to make sure that your answer is very general, rather than giving any specific details and timelines. Rather, I would say this is one of the only questions where you should be a little vague. Like, you should not go around saying, I want a particular role or a particular position, or I want a particular skill in this many years or in these many months, or this is the skill that I'm looking for. Rather, keep it very general. Like, a bad way of saying this would be, I want to become a people's manager by X date. I want X number of people reporting to me. I want to work on X and Y projects. Rather, keep it more vague, the way I kind of explained in the earlier example, which is I want to develop skills which will eventually take me to a place which I, in my mind, want to be. However, just focus on the skills and keep it a bit vague. Don't give timelines, don't give specific projects. Rather, just keep it more general. Because when you're more specific, you kind of put yourself in a box. And the interviewer may realize that they may not be able to offer you exactly the things that you are looking for with timelines and with the names or the titles that you are requesting. And hence, they would not be interested in hiring you, because they might feel that you may not be motivated once you join the role, because they won't be able to offer you all that you're looking for. So the formula here is to first call out what is that you're looking for, and second, how do you want to achieve or reach that particular goal or area. So again, let's talk about the skills. You want to attain a skill where you are able to work on different customers and you're able to expand your learning and understanding beyond search, which is also go into search and display marketing, both of them. So let's say currently you are only an expert on search marketing. You also want to expand into display marketing and expand into different customers. For that to happen, what you would do is, once you come and join the role, you would want the interviewer to provide you opportunities where you can learn different customers as well, and also have some projects within the display team, so you can also have some understanding on how the display marketing is done. And that way you will be able to achieve that skill or that learning that you're looking for. So what is that you want? I want an expanded view of the customers, and I want to move from just being a search marketer to a display marketing. And how do I do it? Is I would be looking for projects under display marketing, and I would like to be rotated across different customers. So net, anytime you answer this question, divide it into two parts. What is that you're looking for, and how do you think you should be able to achieve it within the organization? Now, although I've given some examples as I was sharing these tips, I have 3 more examples that I can share in terms of how you can formulate the answer. And let me read them out to you. So I see myself eventually developing into a leader in this particular industry or in this particular space, and you can call out whatever that space is. To get there, I hope to learn even more about particular skills and call out the skills along the way. So again, you've kind of said that you want to be a leader in this particular space that you are joining. Let's say, as I said, display marketing and search marketing. So overall e-commerce marketing. And to get there, I hope to learn more about display marketing, which is the skill, along the way. Second is, I want to continue to deepen my skills, and you can call out whatever skill it is, so that I can make more of an impact, including, and then you can talk about what kind of impacts you're talking about. So again, taking an example of, I want to deepen my skills for people management, so I can eventually be in a place where I can manage a bigger team and have that expertise or have that knowledge and understanding where I can manage more people. Thirdly, another example I have, which is I'm really excited about this industry or space right now. I hope that in 5 years, I'm continuing to get better at a particular skill and then call out whatever skill it is and learning more about how to become an expert in that particular skill so that I can ultimately reach a particular stage or particular state. So here, let's talk about finance. Let's say you are going in the space of mergers and acquisitions, and you want to say that you want to expand yourself in this field of mergers and acquisitions, and hence you want to deepen your understanding, your skill and learning about mergers and acquisitions once you join the company. So ultimately you can become an expert in this space. So what you're trying to do is you're trying to be a bit humble by saying that you're not an expert today. However, you have some skill and understanding, but you want to deepen it and learn more. And once you do that, which your organization will be providing me the opportunity to do so, then I see myself becoming an expert, which means that I will put all the energy that is required for me to learn and grow in this role. And once I do this, it will be a win-win for both of us. Now, lastly, let me call out the things or the answers that you should not say at all. Number one, I don't know. I don't know what I will be doing in the next 5 years. Don't say that. This goes to show that you have zero self-awareness. Second, I want to see myself in a more senior role or I want to get promoted. Don't talk about that. We've mentioned this or I've talked about this. That is, call out the skills that you're looking for as against saying that I want a promotion. No one can promise you a promotion. Even the person who is sitting and hiring you doesn't know when he or she can get promoted. However, they know exactly what is required for them to get promoted. So you need to talk about those requirements as against saying I will get promoted or I want to get promoted. Another one which might be tricky is I want to move into a different department. So here you would want to study the organization a bit. That is whether they allow movement across departments or not. And what is your incentive or why is that you want to move in another department and how soon? So one thing that I at times say in my interviews is I eventually want to go into general management and I don't want to be a CFO of the company. I rather want to be a CEO of the company. And for that, at some point in time, I want to go into general management and move out of finance. So when asked, what are your 5 years plan? I say, I want to develop into a more managerial role with the role that you're offering me. Let's say it's a financial management role and I want to develop my people skill. I want to develop my business skills and all, because ultimately in the long run, which is after 5 years or in 10 years, I want to move into general management. That is kind of okay only if the company offers that flexibility for you to move into different functions and get an understanding of, let's say, sales and marketing and get that all-rounded experience for you to move into general management. If not, I would not say that and I would not call that out. Lastly, don't say this punchline or joke line that I'm coming for your job. That is bad. That just looks bad. Don't say this. It's a serious question and make sure that you have a serious answer to this. Thank you for watching this video. Hopefully this video was helpful for you to now formulate a perfect answer in terms of how and where do you see yourself in next 5 years. Thank you.